Hey everybody, One Spittin' here with another Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report. These are my Bretonnians versus an Ogre Kingdom army. And if you follow my reports, I have played against this player many times in the past. He's an excellent player. Been playing Ogre Kingdoms for many years, and I know they're due for a new book, but my experience against Ogre Kingdoms under 8th edition rules has been that they perform very well, at least against Bretonnians. So here's the board. As far as terrain, I've got some hills on there. There at the top, there's a knight statue. We're counting that as a Grail Chapel, except instead of being a building, it's a statue. So we just measure from the statue itself. Anything within 6 inches is a +1 on their to hit roll, which I thought I didn't really want to engage his units near that because, um, well, it also grants stubborn. And I don't need him hitting on me any easier than he already does because he's so high strength. So here on my far left, he's got a unit of 3 bulls. Behind them, he's got 6 bulls with a level 4 caster. I forget what the ogres call that guy. It's not a butcher. It's whatever it is. But he's level 4. He's got a Rhinox Rider. Here on the left, he's got a unit of 6 Iron Guts, a Battle Standard Bearer there in the second rank, and his Tyrant in the front rank. So that's a unit I would really just prefer to avoid all game long if possible, although I doubt he's going to let me do that. Anyway, he's got 2 units of Noblars. He's got another unit of 3 bulls with a level 2 Butcher, a Scrap Launcher, and another Rhinox Rider. And not in the picture so far, he has 2 Gorgers that will come in the game later on. So here on the right, my archers are one of the first units placed, so you can see them almost out of range and out of use. Got a small unit of Knights Errant, which will be virtually useless against this army I'm playing. Big unit of Men-at-Arms. I've got some Questing Knights with my level 4. She has the Lore of Life. A big unit of 11 Knights of the Realm with Battle Standard Bearer. And he has a 2-up rerollable armor save is how he's built. Anyway, a bunch of Knights Errant with the Errantry Banner. There to the left of them are some Grail Knights. There they are. So I've got 5 Grail Knights with a level 2, and she's got Lore of Beasts. On the hill, I've got a Trebuchet, and then I have some more Pegasus Knights. And like I said in one of my last games, is in friendly games, I don't know if I'm going to keep taking 2 Trebuchets because sometimes they work too effectively, and I just feel bad. So Ogre's turn 1, he moves up as you can see. Here on the left, after my Pegasus Knights are up there after the Vanguard movement, and he moves up, obviously not afraid of them. Beautifully painted army. So Brett turn 1. I think I have him outranged because he has a Scrap Launcher, but I've got the Trebuchet, and that Scrap Launcher has Killing Blow, which is scary. It's very low strength. So I'm not anxious to get in unfavorable comments, and he's got a long enough charge reach that I really kind of hung back a little bit. Here on the left, I didn't. I figured I'd go ahead and charge these guys, and what my thinking at the time was I would charge them, and when I was done, I would just overrun and fly over his unit. And then really after I moved, I realized that in under 8th edition rules, you can't do that anymore. I think when you pursue, it's automatically on the ground. So not sure if I win that battle what I want to do with those guys. Just a close-up picture of what I'm looking at. Again, that unit with his Tyrant in it is right by that statue that makes him stubborn, gives him +1 to hit. I don't think it makes them stubborn. I think it makes me stubborn, but gives him +1 to hit. And yeah, that's a scary unit. So over here, if you notice that black marker, my Lore of Beast caster gave them the +1 strength, +1 toughness. And so they just really wiped through that first bull unit. And then I decided to go ahead and get the free charge on this next unit because I'll be going in at strength 6, toughness 5, and figure those odds are pretty good. So Ogre's turn 2. So this guy's a real crafty maneuverer, and I know he enjoys 7th edition much more so than 8th because there was just more movement you could do. But you can see he's given a sacrificial unit of bulls there on the right, and everybody else he's hanging back so that I can't reach them, but they almost certainly can get a counter charge on me. So he's got the nasty Iron Guts unit there on the left, and then he's got really 3 Rhinox on the right. And certainly very intimidating. There's his left. Just more pictures. That's before the combat. And after the combat, yeah, he killed one of my guys, but being strength 6 and toughness 5 really, really helped. And I don't remember if I was within range of that statue or not, but if I had a +1 to hit, that certainly would have helped as well. And it may have, I just don't remember. So my left flank is good. So here, if you look at the top left, my Pegasus Knights, I just moved over to threaten, to charge just a bunch of things. The obvious thing is there in the middle with those Knights Errant. Basically, I took my men-at-arms and charged his sacrificial unit of bulls, and he fled. And they fled really right in front of where those Knights Errant are now. Well, the Knights Errant failed their impetuous test, so they had to charge something. And my choices were his Tyrant's unit or that unit of bulls. And I did the bull unit because I really thought I wouldn't make it anyway. And if I was going to make it, there was no point in charging into that unit, the Tyrant's unit. I mean, he would just chop through me. So I charged the bulls, and I actually reached him. I was hoping I wouldn't, and I'd get a failed charge back closer to my lines, but I had to go to him and stop right there. And so we removed the bulls from the table, but I'm set up for a counter charge that would really be difficult to get away from, because when I turn, my unit's so long that really I'll be butting up against any unit he's charging me with. And so he's going to get his full original move plus whatever he rolls. So it's going to be tough for those guys to get away from anything. So here's a closer look at the top left. Closer look at these guys. I think I just traded a unit of Knights Errant for a very small unit of bulls. So during the magic phase, my level 4 caster with Lore of Life, she has the Throne of Vines buff on her. And so she got the toughness spell off. So these guys are now toughness 4. And now that makes for an intriguing question. Whereas before, I would almost certainly have to flee, knowing that he would probably catch me. Now at toughness 7, I might be willing to stand there, and these guys might be steadfast and might allow me to get some counter charges in. So we'll have to see how that goes in the next segment.